last podcast. And I think Michael Cole said, this is sports entertainment at its finest. And I was like, God dang, man, Brock and Joe are fixing to go. I bought in. I'm a big fan. I wrestled in the business 15 years. And now two guys that I consider great workers and good friends with Brock, casual friends, a lot of respect for Joe. And all of a sudden, man, you just killed my moment. Hey, man, just say, if you don't want to call it wrestling, just say it doesn't get any better than this. Don't say this is sports entertainment at its finest, because as I was watching, who's on Raw? Is Revival on Raw? Yeah. Okay. I watched the shows back to back. So then, right there, it was one of the guys on commentary. The Revival has taken tag team sports entertainment to another level.
Anyway, what's going on, everybody? DStyleBoxing here. So every week I do a wrestling video. I don't do Raw reviews. I don't do SmackDown reviews. I don't do any of that because I don't watch those. Okay. I'll just kind of keep up with it by post-fight thoughts from some YouTubers or some YouTube videos, short clips here and there. It's one thing that has bothered me for quite some time is, I think bother is a strong word, but the one thing that's always gotten to me, I guess you could say, is the term sports entertainment. Okay. Now, I don't mind the term sports entertainment if you're not using it as long as it's outside kayfabe, right? But in kayfabe, it's a stupid thing to say, right? It's just dumb. It makes no sense. The whole idea of watching wrestling is basically a soap opera, okay? That's what wrestling is. It's like a live play. That's what wrestling is. You never go to a play, all right, and have the people in the play tell you that it's not real. Like, that. You're at the theater, right? You don't go to the movies and watch Star Wars, okay, and have Luke in the middle of the movie tell you he's just an actor. He's not really Luke Skywalker. He's not a Jedi. He's an actor. He's an entertainer, not a Jedi. You don't do that. That's stupid. That has always bothered me. Fuck it. It bothers me. All right? So that's why it makes no sense. If Vince McMahon is on CNN and they ask him, what is your product? I don't care if he says it's sports entertainment. That's outside of the actual product. But when they're calling the wrestlers that are playing wrestlers in the ring sports entertainers, it's fucking annoying. What the fuck does that even mean? So you just put a dude in the middle of the ring and just juggle, balls around? Is he a sports entertainer? What does that mean? What are you selling to people? You're selling wrestling to people. But Vince, for some strange reason, just hates the word wrestling. He hates it. They've even changed terminologies around that bother me. All right? Now, they're not a big deal. And if the product was good, I could live with it. But this is the thing. It's just all these little things just pile on. Whatever happened to, I challenge you to a match? Well, whatever happened to that term? Why do they say fight? Now, I guess because of the rise of the UFC and all that. But it just, the term fight doesn't really resonate with wrestling. All right? But since apparently punches are legal now, even though it's wrestling, right? Like heels can't heel it up no more by using an illegal punch, right? They use the term fighting. I mean, it just, you should reserve that term for a quote-unquote street fight or something like that, okay? But what do I know? I grew up hearing, I challenge you to a match. That's how I grew up watching wrestling. All right? It's a term that resonates with it. You're trying to pin an opponent for a 3 count. You're not pounding the shit out of them. Like, it's just stupid. You're not trying to knock them out. You're trying to pin them for 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, people. All right? Like, what good? Why on earth would you try to be like the UFC? In the UFC, they're fighting for real. Like, they're punching each other for real. They're knocking each other for real. They're bleeding for real. Why would you want to imitate that? Like, why would you fight? Like, why would they watch your product then? They could go watch the real thing. Be different. There's a reason they always called it a match throughout history. They reserved fight for boxing. But anyway, let's get back to the sports entertainment. This is an obsession that Vince has, okay? I remember watching the Monday Night Wars DVD, okay, from when it released. And Vince, he says, I got a call from Ted Turner. And he said, Vince, guess what, Vince? I'm in the wrestling business. And Vince goes, as if he was all confused. He goes, well, what? You're in the wrestling business? What do you mean, Ted? What is that? Like, really? Did you really play stupid like that, Vince? No wonder he beat your ass for almost 2 years, okay? The wrestling business? Yeah, Vince, I'm in the wrestling business. Well, Ted, well, I guess we're in 2 different businesses. I'm in the entertainment business. It's 2 different philosophies. By that logic, everything is in the fucking entertainment business, okay? When you watch the NFL, that's to entertain people, but you don't see commentators calling them sport entertainers. They call them football players, all right? When you watch baseball, they're there to entertain, okay? But they go by the proper terminology. Wrestlers are wrestlers. Of course they're entertainers, you fucking blithering idiot. I mean, when the WCW was more entertaining than the WWF, when they had fucking Doink the Clown in the mid-card, all right? And they had the NWO, they were more entertaining, but it's wrestling. Sports entertainment. Don't get me wrong, I get it if it's outside of the stories. But in the movie, actors don't call themselves actors, okay? They don't call themselves entertainers. That's retarded, right? Batman, where do you come from? I'm a sports entertainer. What? Like, you don't do that. It makes no fucking sense. Vince has been trying to, and I don't even know how, he's been trying to get rid of the word wrestling from wrestling for the last 20 years unsuccessfully, right? But just everything. Instead of calling them wrestlers, he'll call them superstars. Instead of wrestlers, he'll call them sports entertainers. It's stupid. He hates like this regular shit. Like, fans can't just be fans. No, they're not fans. They're a universe. They're the WWE universe. Why do you got to call them the WWE universe for? What's the point of that? What is it? Why can't you just call them fans? What's wrong with the word fans? You know, like what does that mean? Like, oh, the WWE universe. You don't even keep like, if it was like, oh, this is a whole universe in itself. This. But you don't want it to be that, because you break kayfabe all the fucking time on your show. All the time you break kayfabe, and you usually do it to put a lot of dudes that you're trying to force down people's throats, all right, to get them over. All right? Like, yeah, it's nice and all that you donate for cancer research, but I kind of have to scratch my head when you have a guy that's constantly being booed like John Cena, all right, present the award and all that stuff. Like, there's something about that just rubs me the wrong way. All right? This is retarded. Anyway, sports entertainer. Just say wrestling. That's like, stop acting like that's not what it is. The worst part is, it's one thing if they would just called it that, but because people have always said, people go, well, Vince changed the name. He stopped calling it pro wrestling for the commissions won't charge him a sanctioning fee. The commissions don't give a shit, okay? Everybody knows it's not real. Everybody knows that. All right? Plus, so whatever. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Right? Sports entertainer. Like and now and other companies use it too now. Like, it's fucking retarded. Right? They're playing a wrestler. Right? Like, that's what it is. That's the whole fucking point. They're having a wrestling match. Like, they don't even call, like, it's just, no, now they call it a fight. There's sports entertainers that are really not fighters, playing fighters, but we call them sports entertainers, and they're not wrestlers. Like, they just, everything he does to separate himself from being wrestling, he just does everything imaginable. Everything imaginable. Like, I remember when they stopped calling the divas, and they say they go, it's time that we call them superstars, just like the men. Like, you should be calling all of them wrestlers, okay? Superstar. You've only had like 2 superstars in the last fucking 20 years. If we go by the real term of the term superstar. Can you imagine watching boxing and it's like boxing? It's a sport that's there to entertain people. Wrestling isn't the only thing out there that is for entertainment. Everything on television literally is built on entertainment. But you know what he won't do it on? Like, I heard all these, like, when he created the XFL, he wasn't calling the football players sports entertainers. They were calling them football players. Right? But when it comes to wrestling, he doesn't want to use the term wrestling. It's annoying. Like, what is this thing with Vince? Like, he swears that it's not wrestling. And they have convinced themselves. And just everything, he makes all this money off of wrestling. All right? Wrestling has made him a billionaire. The blood, sweat, and broken bodies of all these wrestlers, many of which died in their mid-40s, have made this guy a billionaire. The wrestling business has done that. And he'll take money because he wants to be an entertainment company. He puts these wrestlers in stupid movies like the Marine 5 that go straight to DVD and nobody watches, just to prove that these guys are entertainers and not wrestlers. All right? He's either going to try and buy a football team, the Panthers, or restart the fucking XFL. You know, and you wonder, what is the point of this? Because he's trying to prove that the WWE is not a wrestling promotion. It's not a wrestling company. No. It's an entertainment company. Oh, we do, and they don't even call it wrestling, but they say we do sports entertainment of all forms. No, motherfucker, you're known for one thing. All right? Embrace it. Okay, you own the most successful professional wrestling company in the history of mankind. You would think he would be proud of that, but no. I've been hearing rumors for years that he's been trying to get the W of wrestling out of the WWE name. What the fuck are they going to call it? What's it going to be called? If it's just entertainment, then okay, Vince. Then why don't you have two guys go to the ring, okay, and see and have them like I don't know, instead of a ring, put a fucking ice rink, okay, and have people entertain people, all right, doing that shit instead of an actual wrestling match for your fucking title, then, right? It's everything is it's just so stupid, all right? He took out the word wrestling from his titles, okay? All the championships, they took out anything regarding wrestling, they took it out. Like, why? Like, that makes no fucking sense, all right? Entertainment. Then bring Doink back, okay? Have him do something other than wrestling and see how that goes, Vince, all right? If they're not wrestlers, then what are they doing then? What's the whole fucking point? Like, I understand that they're entertaining people, but what is the fuck? Like, stop acting like if it's something different. Like, it's almost like he wants to act like when Ted Turner was having success, as if it wasn't really competing with him because it was something different. Oh, it's a different philosophy. Oh, I don't do pro wrestling. I do sports entertainment. What the? Shut up. You do pro wrestling, okay? A very bad form of it right now. It's not very entertaining. Which brings me to the next thing. Like, if you're going to take the word pro wrestling out and use the word sports entertainment, you better fucking be entertaining, right? But 90% of the shit you put out there is not very entertaining right now. The guys that get over, you fucking immediately squash them. Look at what they're doing to Finn Balor right now. I knew this was going to happen. Finn Balor was fucking over. And yeah, he got injured. He came back. Fucking over. What did they do? They had fucking old-ass Kane beat him. For what? For sports entertainment? For what? Like, for what reason? And then he has the audacity to come out and say, well, he's not over enough. But he'll have Roman Reigns beat everybody. All right? So this is, it's 50-50 booking for everybody except Roman Reigns. And you know, and then he wonders why people get tired of it, okay? I'm also tired of hearing that they give the fans, you know, that they hear the fans. That the people on top are the ones that the fans want on top. I'm tired of hearing that bullshit. All right? Because everyone knows that's not true. Everybody knows that. If that was true, you wouldn't be trying now for fucking 4 years to get fucking Roman Reigns over. And then they get mad when the fans are smart enough to know what they're doing. It's fucking stupid. You know, it's like you have Triple H out there on the Stone Cold podcast like a year and a half ago or so. He's like, oh, the fans, I mean, they just don't respect kayfabe no more. They don't just let things be what they are. You know, they know everything that's going to happen months in advance, you know. And I'm just like, that's because you guys have become predictable, okay? That's number one. Like, we know what you're trying to do. We know exactly what you're trying to do, but this whole fans don't respect, the fans don't respect kayfabe. Are you kidding me? You guys call these dudes sports entertainers in the middle of your fucking show instead of using the correct term, wrestling. You know what else they've been doing on Raw? I didn't even know this, but there was a YouTuber here that pointed it out, and I actually went back and I listened, and it's true. On Monday Night Raw, the announcer used to go, the following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, right? They don't say scheduled for one fall anymore. Now you may think, well, that's not a big deal. Like I said, many of these little things wouldn't be a big deal if we didn't have hundreds of little things lurking all the time, okay? It's just one of many things, okay? Like we're, right. We're just adding more to the pile, that's all. But like, especially when it was getting over, the fans were saying it. All right? The fans were going, one fall, like whenever the fucking announcer said it. But I guess Vince doesn't like that. All right? It's no. We're just going to say the following match is for the Intercontinental Championship. And then that's it. Right? Introducing first. Just go straight to the person coming in. Okay. What is the match about? What is it? Is it now? For those that don't know, back in the day in wrestling, anyway, it's just a tradition. But sometimes it was 2 out of 3 falls. Sometimes it was for 1 fall. Sometimes it was scheduled for 30 minutes. Sometimes it was 20 minutes. Right? But the WWE doesn't care. I mean, you have Triple H out there saying that the fans are disrespecting kayfabe. Okay, so explain me this. So in no other sport would they do this. Now, I understand wrestling is not really a sport, okay? That's why, like I said earlier, I don't mind them calling it sports entertainment when it's not on the actual show, okay? But tell me this. Could you just imagine there's a boxing fight on ESPN, okay? Ding, ding, the bell rings. First of all, let's say Michael Buffer's the announcer. He doesn't even announce that it's for 12 rounds. He doesn't tell you how many rounds the fight is, okay? He doesn't tell the people in the arena he doesn't say this match is scheduled for 6 rounds, or he doesn't say any of that. He just says, here's this guy, okay, that's it, right? First, that's stupid, all right? That's retarded. Second, could he just imagine the bell rings, the guys throw a couple punches and they go to commercial in the middle of the round. Not even a double screen. They just go straight to commercial. What would you do? What would you do in that? You would get mad. You would wonder to yourself, what if that fight ends? What if something important happens? Or just in general, like, why would I want to miss any part of this match? What the fuck are they doing? Well, they do it in wrestling all the time. The match starts, and then they go straight to commercial. Now, we know that the match is not going to end during commercial because we know it's sports entertainment. But that, in a way, is disrespecting kayfabe, Triple H. Okay? You don't go to commercial. Like, what type of lazy? You know how much bullshit there's on 3 hours of Monday Night Raw? You don't have to go to commercial during the matches, especially when the match starts. You go to commercial, you come back, the match ends in 1 minute. I'm like, it was a 6-minute match. You could have gone to commercial after the match. That makes no fucking sense. That's fucking retarded. But if we're kayfabe, then you suspend belief, and you're kind of there, and you're, then let's say it was real, you would be outraged that the shit's going to commercial during the match, which also proves Vince fucking hates wrestling. There's already not that much wrestling, but he puts less of it because they go to commercial during the matches. That is insane. Now, look, I get it. They've always done it, but not like this. And before, when they would do it, it made sense. Okay? They would have the guys do a spot that would then kind of make sense to go to commercial. So, like the 1, 2, 3 Kid and Bret Hart were on Raw wrestling once. This was when Raw was 1 hour. Okay? They had I think it was like a 15-minute match. Great match, right? You notice how I said match? I don't use the fucking term. Oh, the 1, 2, 3 Kid and Bret Hart, they had a fight. fucking stupid. Like who says that in wrestling? So they had a match, right? And Bret Hart pinned the 1, 2, 3 kid. 1, 2, 3, but the kid's foot was on the ropes. Right? And Bret Hart, he was arguing with the ref. No, he had his foot on the rope. Restart the match. And then they went to commercial. We'll be right back, folks, while we sort this controversy. They went to fucking commercial. It made sense. Clothesline. All right, we'll be right back, folks. Like, well, what do you mean we'll be right back? Just clothesline them. Like, what's going on? Or it was a very long match. And we'll be right back, folks. We'll keep you posted. They'll go to 2, 3 commercials, come back on. Like, oh my God, you guys, here's a double screen. Here's what you missed. But it was after the match has gone on like for 15 minutes. Vince, he hates the fact that the product he's putting on has wrestling in it. It makes no fucking sense. Like, why does he hate it so much? Why did he buy a wrestling company from his father if he doesn't like wrestling? Well, why didn't he go buy it? Then sell it, Vince. Sell the WWE. Sell the wrestling part of it away, okay? And go do entertainment stuff. Go do movies and all that. See where that takes you, Vince. All the money you sell it for. Go buy a football team. Go start a football league. Okay, go do a whole circus thing. Do entertainment, Vince, if you don't like the wrestling. It's just like they want to just get rid of it. It's insane. I don't get it. All right? I honestly don't understand it. I just don't get why Vince just hates the term, the thought, and just the whole concept of wrestling. I just don't get it. That's what got into the dance. That's what made him a billionaire. That's why he's famous. That's why he's relevant. Why did he put all those wrestling companies out of business then? Why did he muscle them around and strong arm them and just for what reason? If it was supposedly a different product and all this, he just hates it. Anything with a term, it's just pro wrestling, he hates it. Even terms like match and one fall and just things that are associated with wrestling, he hates it. If it has a wrestling term, rename it. It's fucking insane. It's just, I don't know. The whole thing is crazy, man. Right? I mean, he wants to get out of. He wants it to be so anti-wrestling. I mean, let's not call it a match. Let's call it a fight. Let's not call it. No longer say for one fall. Let's not, it is unbelievable to me. Let's not call them wrestlers. Call them superstars. Let's call them the women. I'll call them superstars too. And let's not use those terms. Or this is sports entertainment. This is what sports entertainment is all about. And what sports entertainment, the way it sounds to me, is entertainment that is, revolving around sports. But whatever. Okay. Let's bring up the chat. Red Fox, they didn't let him kiss more ass. I agree, wrestling is fake to begin with. What no fake punches anymore. Thinking back now, all those pins in wrestling were fake as fuck. Time differently for each match. Wrestling, all right. Mike though 104. I was watching Lucha Underground on Netflix. It's pretty cool. Hope they continue. It's on Netflix. Interesting. Red Fox, Goldberg. Okay, Bobby Kepri. Vince would rather be an entertainment. He'll rather be an entertainment conglomerate. I can't say that word. Opposed to a wrestling company. Joe Host. Vince hates wrestling because it's not sports entertainment. Blood Boxing, what's up, bro? It's garbage now. By the way, Blood, we got to do a wrestling video one of these days. I'm not even sure you're available now. I'll send you a link, but Mike 104, WSC instead of WWE, World, what would the S be, like? World Sports Entertainment? Holy shit. Don't even give him ideas. Red Fox, John Cena's still around. He's still around. Blood Boxing returns. I thought Bruce Blitz is going to have a rant breakdown. LOL. Haven't seen him in a while. Red Fox, I remember that. What do they say now? Universal Sports. Vince has always tried to separate from wrestling. It makes no fucking sense. Red Fox. I remember Iron Man matches. Yeah, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. Probably the only Iron Man match I watched. Okay, Bobby Krepek. I can see Vince charging wrestling to white, renaming it Worldwide Entertainment. Red Fox. That'll be so dumb. Blood Boxing. Bruce Blitz breaks down the amount of time they spend on actual wrestling. Actually, yeah, he's always done that, and it is astonishing and almost depressing how little wrestling is actually on. Red Fox. Wonder how it'll affect the games if they still make them. You know, they're not wrestling games though. Okay, they're a sports entertainment game. Mr. Universal Sports. Vince used to hand the reins to Triple H. Red Fox. What about the kids? Says Red Fox. Some bets WCW was much better, and New Japan Pro Wrestling is good. I actually like New Japan, but I just don't watch it that much, and I don't know. I only have so much time for so many things, but I don't know what's going on with Vince, and he's getting old, and he can't accept the fact that he's famous for wrestling. As far as owning a wrestling company, that's why he's known, you know. But for whatever reason, I wouldn't even be surprised if, like, I don't even think they say terms like wrestling hold, and I don't think they say stuff like that. Like, I just don't. I think you'll hear the word wrestling in a boxing match more than you will in wrestling. Okay, like they're wrestling against, you know, the on the clinch. Like, you'll hear that more than you do in WWE. It's fucking crazy. TNA, I don't know if it's still around, Red Fox. I have no idea. But TNA was going the same route. I mean, they were actually doing the whole sports entertainment thing for a while, so which is terrible, you know. So just want to have that little rant, right? This whole, we don't want to call it pro wrestling. It's not wrestling. It's entertainment. Pro wrestling is something else. Like, it's still so stupid. Like, the way Vince said, and like that arrogance he has when he talks about it, it just gets to me. You know, he's like they'll ask him, like, well, Vince, how does it feel to own a pro wrestling company, or to be the most successful pro wrestling company ever? Well, I don't know. I don't own a pro wrestling company. I own an entertainment company. Like, shut up, man. Shut up. So stupid. All right. Like, how dumb is that? Like, that's stupid. Anybody know if TNA is still around? I think it was, but I mean, I know AJ Styles is in WWE. I guess AJ Styles retired from wrestling. I guess he's doing sports entertainment now. Who fucking knows? Like in a storyline. Like I remember, like, Bret Hart saying, "I'm the best wrestler in the world." Like what do they even say now? You know, like, I'm the best sports entertainer in the world. They would. I'm the best superstar in the world. Like, it's just, I don't know. The whole thing is just stupid, man. They'll even use the term fighter more than they do wrestler. Now, the reason it's wrestling. So what they used to do, for, like, you gotta, like, the psychology of wrestling. Now, Maybe that's why the matches suck now, because there's a psychology to wrestling. But Vince doesn't want to use the psychology of wrestling. He wants sports entertainment, okay? But I don't even know if the refs do it anymore, but a close-fisted punch, and they never really hit each other. It's all show, right? But you're trying to sell a wrestling match. So when they would punch each other, the refs would warn them, hey, stop punching, right? When they would get on the top rope, the ref would warn them, hey, you got to get out of there. Like, get off. I believe the refs would even start counting for them to get off the top rope or the turnbuckle. Because the whole idea of this is that you're trying to sell like as if it was real. Like, that's the whole point. But it's almost like if they just giving up on that, and it's because everybody knows it's not real, then we could just get rid of the aspects that sell it as if it's real. Like, which makes no sense. But we know movies aren't real. But, a good actor is an actor that makes you feel like it's real, right? Like, that's what makes an actor good, or an actress. Well, what makes a movie great isn't the fact that it's real, because we know it's not real. And we all know that. What makes a wrestling match great has nothing to do with whether it's real or not, right? And now, we've reached an age now where these wrestlers, because that's what they are, these professional quote-unquote wrestlers, are hurting each other more than ever. Like, they're kicking each other for real, like in the chest and in the legs. And I'm like, what are they doing? What are they doing that for? Like, it's like if you're going to kick each other for real, then just have a real fight. It's stupid. Right? Like, this whole strong style movement, and I'm not trying to bash the strong style or anything like that, but, maybe it's a cultural thing. I don't know, but I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Right? Now, to a certain degree, maybe, but the athletes in that ring are better than ever. They're doing better moves than ever. Moves off the top rope better than ever. It's fucking crazy what they're able to do, right? But what they don't have is the wrestling psychology. They're just doing moves just to do it. Like, it's stupid. Like, there's no logic behind it. Why is there no logic? Because they've given up putting logic in it, because they think, well, the fans, they just want to see all these crazy moves. Like, they don't care about logic. They know it's not real anyway. Well, we've always known it wasn't real. Back in the 80s, they knew it wasn't real. I think there was probably some marks out there that thought it was real, but for the most part, at 8 years old, I knew it wasn't real, right? But that wasn't the point. Like, I remember I saw this thing, like, I do not watch Ring of Honor, and I hate to judge it at all off of just this one video I saw, but what I saw was stupid, right? Like, yeah, it was a lot of acrobatics, but it made no fucking sense. So it was like a four-way, or not a four-way, but a tag team match, right? And these guys kept doing drop kicks, like, at the same time, and then the other two came in, and all four of them did drop kicks at the same time. And I'm just thinking to myself, that makes no fucking sense. Why would you do that? Like, if it was a real fight, why would you do that? It makes no fucking sense. Why would you just keep doing it if it didn't work after 5 times? But it looks cool. Oh, but they're on their feet. They're cheering. Yeah, but it makes no fucking sense. And that's why Ring of Honor will never be huge, right? But again, they may have some other fun. So I can't judge it off of just what I saw. But what happened to it's just lazy. The whole thing, the booking is lazy. The wrestling, so-called, it doesn't even have wrestling anymore. right? like, like they don't even do pal drivers no more. Like the pal driver looks devastating, and it could be if somebody does a wrong thing, right? But for the most part, I mean, Jerry Lawler went his whole career and he never hurt anybody, right? It looks devastating, but it's not. If it's executed correctly, nobody gets hurt. You know, but hey, let's get away from wrestling as much as we can. Vince doesn't even like wrestling gear, right? Good old-fashioned wrestling gear. You know, like he just doesn't like it. Why? I don't know. That's why John Cena comes out wrestling, quote unquote. They call it fighting now. They don't even say, like, because this is the thing, right? People always used to say, well, if it's not wrestling, like, what do you call it? Like, when they're in a conflict, what does the announcer say? Does it say, oh, this is a great sports entertainment match? Well, now they say fight. Oh, this is a great fight. They don't even say a great match. They don't say, oh, this is a great wrestling match. They say fight, and it's fucking annoying. But anyway, let's get away from good old-fashioned wrestling gear. No. Let's have John Cena walk out, okay, in freaking jean shorts. Like, we're going to have him wrestle in jean shorts that they wore in the fucking 80s, all right? Nobody wears those things. Like, what is he, like, okay. And Vince minding, oh, yeah, so hip. You know, like, what? We're going to have Dean Ambrose wrestling jeans. Fuck it. In fucking jeans. Why you have him wrestling jeans? Who fucking knows? What do you mean? He's just like, so he just shows up to the building? He could just literally just walk to the fucking ring and just have a match like that? Are you kidding me? You have Roman Reigns wrestling a fucking vest. Like, it's stupid. Like, why? And camo, like, fucking pants. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? Are you shitting me? What happened to having wrestling gear? Now, don't get me wrong. They could get rid of the fucking Speedos. I don't give a shit about that. Okay? All right? But, you know, like what Bret Hart would wear, Kurt Angle, like what's... But no, Vince isn't like that. Because that's, you know, it associates with wrestling. We don't want wrestling. Could you imagine Goldberg coming out wrestling in fucking jean shorts? Could you just imagine? Brock Lesnar, like, I get it, he was in the UFC, but they really go out of their way to say that, you know, that Brock Lesnar, I mean, he is a fighter, right? But you can make the exception for a guy like Brock, right? But whatever. Anyways, guys, I do got to roll, all right? I got to roll. I'll read the comments as I log out, man. Peace.